Hi everyone, Kristen Jacobson here, one of the M&A advisors based out of the European office of Flippa. And today I'm very excited to be having a conversation with Deborah, who has a e-commerce business, probably one of the best e-commerce businesses I've seen over the last 18 months that's currently available for sale on Flippa. So today I wanted to just uncover and have a discussion around some of the key highlights and some of the key opportunities for this particular business. And if you are interested in looking at the business and have further questions after watching this interview, feel free to send me a message or click the link below if you're watching this video somewhere on social media. But Deborah, I really appreciate you jumping on and having a conversation with us about this exciting opportunity.
Sure thing, Kristen. My pleasure.
So I guess we should start off with, tell us a little bit about your background and experience in building an e-commerce business and a bit of the backstory behind this incredible business that you've built over, I think, the last 5 years or so.
That's right. Thanks, Kristen. So, I have a background in product marketing and product development at a global brand. And I really actually love the whole 360-degree process of designing and bringing a product to life. However, I didn't have a background in e commerce or social media. So, that was something that I really had to learn along the way. Now, because of my product background, I really focused on getting the product right from the beginning. So for me, this was really focusing on designing a product that really solved a huge problem. Because if the product is right, then I believe that you're really doing your customers a favor by launching it. So the problem that I decided to address was something that I experienced personally, and that's the challenge of flying with children, and specifically how to find a way to help children sleep and play comfortably on planes. So I worked really closely with the International Air Transport Association, called IATA, and several major airlines when I was designing and prototyping my product to make sure that it met their very strict criteria for these kinds of products. And the outcome is actually a product that I am very, very proud of. It's won multiple design awards, such as a very prestigious Red Dot Product Design Award and a German Design Award. And it's also received a Gold Mom's Choice Award, which is really meaningful for parents because this really shows that this is a product that they can trust. Now, one of the things that's very special about my business is that it has a very strong presence on social media. So especially via user-generated content. And that's because it is such a great solution for parents and they just love sharing the product with their followers. And actually, because of this, our marketing strategy is very efficient. So our marketing to revenue ratio is just 5%. We have over 100,000 followers on Instagram, and this was achieved entirely through organic growth. Our email marketing list has 41,000 subscribers with a really impressive 60% open rate. And our website has over 100,000 online sessions each month. So now, just to close the topic, I wanted to mention that I have adhered to the KISS model, keep it simple, stupid, as the approach for running my business. I have a very lean portfolio. I focus on direct consumer sales, despite having numerous offers from wholesalers. I have 2 very reliable fulfillment centers and 2 stable suppliers. And until February this year, I was running the business by myself. Now I have the support of a VA, a virtual assistant, and I am very happy to have that support.
Awesome. That's one thing that I think really stands out about this particular business. Typically what we see is an e-commerce business that's sort of built out of, marketing first and then finding a product. Whereas you've done this the other way around. And, it's a testament to what you've built in terms of a product, which is evidenced by that you've won, and also the advertising cost over sales ratio, which is really impressive. So, the product itself effectively sells itself. And I would probably add here that, there is an opportunity for someone who's looking to acquire this business to really leverage on that advertising opportunity for such a great product that you've built that solves real life problems, especially for those that travel with kids. And also, helps people that aren't traveling with kids that, so you're doing everyone on the airline a huge favor. So it's a testament to what you've built. So, I mean, in terms of motivation in the current situation, what's the motivation to sort of look at selling this business now versus sort of keeping it and potentially continuing the success that you've been seeing?
Mhm. So, from the very beginning, my vision was really to build a business that when the time came, it could be easily packaged and transferred to a new owner. So, I wanted it to be in a state where everything is running smoothly and it's ready for the new owner to take up without any hiccups. So, at the beginning of this year, I set 3 goals to prepare the business for this moment. And firstly, that was hiring my VA. And I brought the VA in to take over the customer service. And this allowed me to step back from the daily operations and focus on the bigger picture. And the second thing I did was upgrade the website. So we revamped the website to Shopify 2.0 and adopted the mobile first design and really enhanced the social proof on the website. So there were more synergies between how the customer discovered us on Instagram or social media and then what they found on our website. And the last thing was optimizing our logistics. So until May this year, we were shipping globally with couriers from the fulfillment center, and they had warehouses in Hong Kong and Germany. But given that 70% of our orders came from the US, I needed to find a solution. So I started working with a new fulfillment provider that allowed us to fulfill orders from a warehouse based in the US. And this shift has significantly reduced our cost and improved shipping times for our largest market. So basically, the business is perfectly packaged for a handover because it's set up in a way where it could be either seamlessly integrated into another portfolio or continue to be run independently as it is now. If I were to now take a next step and grow the business further, to answer your question, I would need to hire support because I wouldn't be able to take it to the next level myself.
Okay, so if I understand, you sort of built this business for an eventual exit and you've
Mm.
optimized for that. And effectively, you've reached a point in this business where in order to grow it and expand it further, it would require another set of skills, expertise, framework, infrastructure, and probably a bit of capital to do that. And so you're sort of sitting in that position where you could go and do that, or you could capitalize and hand this over to someone who can do that and see the business
Yeah,
thrive further.
exactly.
If I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well that's awesome. And I know you said that you've hired a VA, and that's been a absolute lifesaver for you. And so, in terms of the day-to-day operations now, what's your day-to-day involvement in the business, and what do you do typically to maintain it on a weekly, monthly basis at this point?
So, what I've done is hand over to my VA all of the customer service topics. She uses the Gorgeous app, which is really cool. It has macros where all of the emails are basically automated to answer the customer emails. She looks after the social media inquiries using Meta Business Suite. She works about 20 hours a week, and that costs $200 a week. As a founder, CEO, I spend about 20 hours a week on strategic planning and operational topics like stock planning, accounting preparation, communicating with suppliers, onboarding new affiliates. I really love the creative aspect of my business, so I still oversee the social media content creation and now email campaigns. I also have a Google Ads specialist contracted to manage our Google ad campaigns, and she costs $300 a week.
Okay. And so your day-to-day involvement is more of the working on the business, and you're focusing on the creative side of things, the
Mm.
things that you really enjoy, and you've effectively delegated customer support, specific, Google Ads specialization and that in that sense.
Exactly.
Awesome. Sounds like a great turnkey business with
Yeah.
plenty of SOPs and processes, which is definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
So, in terms of like, if you put yourself in a position where you were going to keep this business, what kind of strategies would you implement to grow the business?
I have so many ideas.
Maybe the 80/20 stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So for a start, definitely putting it on Amazon Marketplace. It would put it in front of a huge customer base. Currently, I haven't been able to take advantage of this opportunity because I'm actually a Swiss business. So in order to sell on Amazon, I would need to create a US entity, and this would add complexity and costs. But certainly this is something which I would encourage the new owner to definitely do. We've already secured the brand on the Amazon platform via the Amazon brand registry. So it's basically just a drag and drop solution, which you definitely should take advantage of. Yeah. The next thing would be expanding into wholesale. We have had significant interest from potential partners for wholesale opportunities. And while I'm regularly approached, expanding into wholesale would need additional resources, which I currently don't have. So I've just been concentrating on the direct to consumer. Another opportunity is to expand the product offering, obviously. This would increase the average order value and customer retention over time. Until now, I was holding off expanding the portfolio until our US distribution was optimized. And that's been done since the end of May. So I actually do have a supporting SKU in development, which could be launched in the coming months.
That's very exciting in terms of a new product in that sense, and yeah, a huge opportunity for expanding into other sales channels. But it's really a testament to what you've done by focusing on D2C and really honing in on that and optimizing that, and then also leaving opportunity for the next owner of this business. So incredible opportunities there for sure. On the flip side to that, yeah, in your opinion, what would you say some of the biggest challenges are with this particular business that your buyers should be aware of?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when I look at the business, I'm fortunate to say we don't have any challenges with the product itself. The suppliers are reliable. Fulfillment runs smoothly. We really attract traffic to the website pretty much effortlessly. But there is a significant task for us managing customer inquiries about which airlines they can use the product on. Basically, we have this information on the website, but we still do handle high volumes of questions through emails and social media about this topic.
Okay, so it's a typical thing of like all the information is there, but people need to ask the question again, or don't read the information. And but it sounds also like you've set up macros and
Yep.
have a VA that's able to really handle that. And maybe in terms of support, if there's a way to sort of optimize that even further, that could sort of certainly overcome that challenge. And quite honestly, it's not a grand challenge, which is a good thing. So definitely appreciate you sort of highlighting that. In terms of the sale itself, once the business is sold, what level of support or sort of transition are you willing to offer the potential buyer that acquires this business?
Okay, so I really love smooth handovers. I'm a very detailed person and I love lists. So I would propose like a 2-month period where I would personally support and onboard the new owner and their team. And this would be very structured, and it's either onboarding their customer service agent or team or handing over my VA with regards to the whole customer service and how to handle these emails. I have a social media content deck with all of our user-generated content that would be handed over. We have also weekly email campaign templates, which are in Klaviyo. We could introduce the new owner to our fulfillment center account managers and guide them through the whole order approval process, connect with the suppliers via emails, and also share any airline contacts or ongoing communications that we have with the airlines. But I just wanted to highlight that while I'm really dedicated to having a smooth transfer or transition to the new owner, I wouldn't be open to staying on long-term after the sale.
Okay, fantastic. You have set up a lot of processes and systems. You're very detail orientated. So that sort of transition part should be quite smooth. It doesn't really warrant the requirement to stay on for 6 months or more because of those reasons, by the sounds of it. And final question, the big question is, from a perspective of a potential buyer, if you were in the shoes of a potential buyer that's interested in this business, why would you say that this business is worth acquiring? And, I guess 30-second pitch as to, why this is an incredible business to acquire.
Mm-hmm. So I would say from a buyer's perspective, this business is really a fantastic opportunity. It's financially strong. So it has over 2 million in annual revenue and a 52% profit margin. So we're profitable and we're growing steadily at 11% year on year. It's selling an award-winning product that's patented, it's trusted by major airlines, it's loved by families, and it's won prestigious design awards. And then also we have efficient operations. So we've optimized fulfillment. The digital marketing strategy drives very strong traffic with minimal costs. And also there's low personnel costs. And finally, I've set it up for a very smooth transfer. So everything is in place to ensure continuity and growth. So I think in summary, I would say the business is profitable, well established, and it's ready for the new owner to take it to the next level.
Well, there you go. So if you are a interested buyer and that sounds good to you, definitely put an inquiry in or send us a message, and we can discuss a bit more of the details and show you what the deal terms could look like and have that discussion. So really appreciate you doing the seller interview, Deborah. For those who are interested in this business and do want to discuss the details further, feel free to reach out to me directly, and we can organize a time to discuss some of the particulars. And again, I really appreciate you jumping on, Deborah, and sharing more about this business and the opportunity for acquisition here.
Thanks, Kristen.